Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi Faisal. Um,
Well,
Today's video, I want to make it all about getting people to understand how we work things in Pakistan, how we make everything work, asking you questions about are people underpaid? Are people happy? Do we somewhat take advantage of people? How does the team there feel? And what are we capable of doing in Pakistan as well? I think these are important questions. And rather than me just because I think these are objections that sometimes people have, right?
yeah.
And so, what better way to address them than get the head of staff for the Pakistan office on an interview and ask you questions? So, a little
Of
bit
course.
about yourself. If you could just tell us a little bit about yourself, like what you do for obviously myself, and what is your role?
So I've been with Corey for almost a year now, and I'm a sales manager. I manage the team, and I take care of all the clients, all the client coordination. So if and there's any client that has any sort of request or anything they need to get done, I communicate that with the team. So I take care of all the clients. I manage the team, and I keep things going. So we do sales, we do the cold calling, we do candidate searching, so everything that goes on within the office, I take care of it.
Okay, amazing. And we maybe some things that we also do in Pakistan, like obviously providing support services or helping out with chat, and stuff like that. That's something we do as well, right?
Of course. So we take care a lot of our clients that are recruitment agencies. We have other clients as well where we offering chat support, customer support for e-commerce businesses or service-based businesses. So there's a lot of other clients that we cater other than the recruitment or business development as well. So we do both sides. It would be sales, it's customer support, anything a client needs. So it's just whatever the client needs, we can get that done. It could be every client has a different kind of request or requirement because every business is different, right? So we try to cater them in that way.
Some people would say that some people feel like there will always be a lack of skill with people in Pakistan, right?
Yeah.
Some people would say that it's not an opinion I have, obviously, because I have an office in Pakistan, right? But some people would say that we're not actually entirely sure whether people in Pakistan could do this work. What do you say to that?
Absolutely. I've had a lot of cases where people, it's a concern. Obviously, if somebody is paying, they would have that concern that they would. I've had concerns like, can I speak with the agent who's going to be doing the dials? I want to hear their English. Are you guys able to do the calls? Have you guys been trained in sales? So, there's so many questions, so many concerns that come, obviously, because we're in Pakistan. And not a lot of people would trust. Uh, you know, services coming from a third world country, but honestly we have a lot of talent here, and whenever I speak with somebody I assure them that they will get the services, but when they start getting the services they realize that yes, the level of service they're getting is more worth, it's worth more than the whatever they're paying for.
Okay, amazing. Um, what's the environment like there in the Pakistan office?
Environment is very good. So, I mean, it's very pleasant, peaceful environment. Everybody comes in. We have all good people working with us. They're all professional. So everybody knows what they need to do. They get the work done in time. So it's a very pleasant environment. I would say a friendly environment. And I like to keep the team engaged. So whenever, I mean, we get all the work done in time. Plus, I mean, we don't have too many hard rules. Like if sometimes anybody has any issues, I try to cater them as much as I can. So, but yeah, obviously, when we need to get the work done, we have to push to do as much as we can for our clients. So, whenever our clients need us to do the work as much as we need to, we try to over deliver wherever we can. And the environment here is very, very, I would say it's friendly. There is no kind of micromanagement. We don't get too involved in like checking who's doing what and not. But obviously, we keep a check because we need to get the work done. But other than that, everybody is happy. Since I've joined, I think nobody said that I want to leave this job.
That's a question I
So
have actually. In the last, how long have you been with the company now?
it's almost a year now.
Almost a year. And how many people have left, as in not been sacked? How many people have actually left on their own accord in the last year?
Zero. Nobody has said that, I don't like the environment or this or that. I mean, once they've joined, maybe before the joining, they might have concerns that I don't want to join. But once they've joined, they're happy because it's the environment, right? They're happy with the environment. There's no toxic environment. There's no toxic managers. There's no office politics. So nothing like that. So we keep it very simple. Get your work done, and obviously, if you're working well, you're doing a good job, then obviously you get some perks as well. Whenever if sometimes you might need an off, maybe once in a month, maybe that's okay if you're getting everything done and we're happy with your work. So yeah, I mean, this is a kind of environment we like to keep so everybody is happy and they stay with us long term.
Amazing. Um, People would sometimes say though that we in the West, as in when I say we, in essence, I'm talking about myself, we may be taking advantage of people in Pakistan, right? Um,
Yeah.
what would you say to that, firstly?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people might say that you guys are underpaying your employees because for them that's what it seems like, right? If I say 500 pounds, that's nothing in the UK. I mean, maybe you might be able to spend that in a day, but in Pakistan, that relatively that's a really good amount. It's a whole family of 5, 6 people that you can feed, and we pay our agents very well in that regards. And obviously, we have business in the UK, so we reward them in that manner as well. So people that are living in the West, they might think that, but for us, obviously, it's a really good opportunity.
And would you say that relatively, and I think it's important that you mentioned that because you're right in what you say, that £500 doesn't go a long way in the UK. As someone, by the way, that travels to Pakistan, I go to Pakistan a lot. I know obviously how far that can get you in Pakistan, but not necessarily from my opinion, because I don't want to judge what you say, right? I don't want to put words in your mouth. Would you say that, how is it for you guys when you're getting paid and are you able, how are the wages for you, especially in Corey Solutions offices and stuff like that?
In Quarry Solutions, honestly, I mean, if we have zero people leaving in 1 year, that means that they're happy with the salary, the environment, and everything. So, in that manner, I guess, the salary is sufficient. We try to, whatever the person coming in, according to their skills, their experiences, we cater them. So whatever they ask for, we're able to provide them with whatever they need. So we're fulfilling the needs of our employees as it is, and that keeps them happy, and it gives them the motivation to keep working.
Okay, amazing. When if someone is looking to take out services in Corey Solutions, they obviously would want to know what sort of results we even get. So again, you have to give you have to give a rough example because we have clients in different industries, right?
Yeah.
Um, but if someone was to take out a service in Pakistan, right? I'm sure
Yeah.
there's a couple of things the viewer can judge right now. Your accent, how you come across, your level of the English language, which by the way is probably much better than many people in the UK, right? Um, and so that's a compliment to yourself. But
Thank you.
also in regards to the results that we can end up getting, right, or that we are getting, and uh, bearing in mind that I have gone over sales training with you guys as well, but what
Yes.
sort of results do you guys end up getting?
For our clients, obviously, now that depends client to client as well. But on a regular basis, we can get. I mean, I have examples where for a single client yesterday, we got 4 leads, 4 interested leads, hot leads.
And
And
when you say
then,
4 leads, just to reiterate that, when you're saying 4 leads, you mean this, I assume, was a recruitment client?
Yes, so for the
Okay.
recruitment company, so
Yeah.
yeah, obviously, so for the recruitment company, there is one client that we had. I mean, this is just one of the examples, right? So, and that's just yesterday. So, one of the clients, he wasn't getting leads in the previous 2 days before that, maybe one lead each day. But yesterday he got four. So that was something like it's outbound calling, cold calling. So you never know what to expect. But on average, I would say we get two or three good interested leads, depending on the clients as well, that we can deliver on a weekly basis. That would be between 5 to 8 good leads.
Yeah. And just to reiterate, actually, to be fair, again, for a lot of the stuff that you guys are doing, the result for the end client could be, one client. And that isn't when you say leads, by the way, I want to explain to actually people what leads
Yeah.
means. Leads actually means a company that is interested and looking for someone, right?
Yes.
So it's not just a cold lead. Actually, it's very this company is looking for someone. They would obviously be happy to use a recruitment company. We've
Yep.
already spoken to them, and they are somewhat interested in seeing our candidate. Is that correct? And am I correct in that?
Absolutely. So
So
all of
all the
that.
all the person needs to do is actually pick up now. What we would do is we will pass that information on to our client, and we will be representing our client in essence. And then our client will have another conversation, take more information. Just in essence, they're tying the knot which already exists, really.
Yep, absolutely. So that's what it is. And the conversation we have, we try to get as much information as we can on that first call. The point of contact, the person who's responsible for hiring, what role they're hiring for. I mean, it could be as well what kind of experience they need in the candidates. So whatever information we can get on that, we try to get on the first call. And then it makes it so much easier for our clients to follow up and close.
Okay, amazing. Look, I think we've spoken quite a lot about the works, and I think in fairness, I think people probably get a good idea of our services and how we make it work, and hopefully it gives people a good idea. And do you think this is something which other people should do? I mean, this is obviously something I'm doing.
Yes.
Do you think this is something that other people from the West should do, and maybe take an opportunity to set something up in Pakistan, India, or somewhere else?
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, I've been here for 1 year now, and I know that there's so many people that need these services. Whenever I speak with somebody, their concern is that they don't have the time to do all that work because this is time taking, and it takes so many hours in a day to do the cold calling, lead generation, finding potential clients, and this our services makes their lives easier. So anybody that wants to do this, there is a lot of potential. They can get a lot of clients that are looking for such services. So this is absolutely one of the best things that you could do. You could outsource, you can save costs, and still help a lot of businesses.
What is also actually quite interesting here, right, is as you know as well, I actually teach people how to start a recruitment company, right?
Yeah.
And so what is interesting is often people have this worry and they think that, well, what if I can't find clients? What if I can't get companies to work with me? What would you say to them as because a lot of the sales that you're doing, they are for recruitment companies and you're trying to get business on for them.
Yep. I mean, I guess it's just you might get disappointed when you start the business. It might not work out for a couple of weeks, but eventually, if you're consistent, we keep on dialing, we keep on doing the calls. Every call matters, and at the end of the day, you will hit that client. And once you have the first client, it makes it much easier to get your second client. But it does take time. The consistency is very important, and I know you say that all the time that you need to be consistent, and I've seen that consistency. Even the clients that we have, when we're calling for them, sometimes in the beginning they are worried that it's not working out, but a few weeks into it, they start getting the leads, they start getting follows, they have a pipeline. So when you're consistent with the work, with the sales, even when it's an outsourcing company, you're consistent. The reach out that you do, there's so many ways you can reach out. You can do calls, emails, LinkedIn, so many other sources that you could use, and you need to use all these platforms. And if you're using all these platforms, the potential is immense, and you will definitely land a client.
What I
I
think is
mean,
also is interesting, right? Is I teach how to start a recruitment company, right?
Yep.
The fear people have is companies won't really be interested in working with me. You guys in Pakistan,
Yeah.
right, are getting 3 or 4 or 5 leads. When we say
Yeah.
leads, you're getting companies to work with you, right? Four
Yeah.
or five companies a week,
Yeah.
right? And there is
Absolutely.
no shying away from the fact that if you're going to get someone from Pakistan, there's always going to be, it's going to be a little bit obvious that that person isn't from the UK completely, though it may be 10%, and the person, their speaking skills will be 90% there, 80% there. But the point I think is this, that if you've got the right training and if you pick up the phone and you make the calls, you're going to get results. And you guys in
Absolutely.
Pakistan are getting companies in the UK to work with you. So it baffles me when people think that they can't get a company to work with them here in the UK.
Absolutely. It's just that fear. A lot of people have a fear on getting on a call itself. But again, if you're very honest on your conversations, I've even had people, I mean, I've had leads where, we're told these companies that, yes, we are new, we might not have a lot of clients, but that just means we have more time to work for you. I think this is something I heard from yourself, and it works. It works a lot when you be very honest with your sales. You'll definitely land clients.
No, for sure. Look, we've spoken about work. How's it working for myself? How am I
Uh,
as a line manager? I think people would love to know.
I mean, it's been amazing because I get to be very creative over here because I have that peace of mind. Honestly, the best thing I love about working with you is that you don't give any pressure at all. I have the freedom to work my way, the things in my way, right? So whether it's getting clients or handling the clients, handling the employees, it's always very pleasant, and I haven't had any issues so far in anything. And that's all I like. I mean, when you don't have pressure on yourself, in sales especially as well, you can think better, perform better, and that's one thing that I love about this place is that and there's no politics. There's nothing. It's just me. It's you. Whatever you say, we need to get it done, and all the things come from you, and they come in a very nice way. That okay, we need to get this done. We plan things accordingly. So yeah, in essence, I really enjoy working. The creativity, honestly, I've been a lot creative lately because my mind is very is in peace. I don't need to worry a lot about a lot of things that usually people would worry in a toxic environment. So for me, that's a big thing that I can use my brain in a better way. So
In the beginning, we
that's
had
how I
in
feel.
the beginning, you found it a little bit tough, right? When I would tell you to sack people, and
Yeah.
that would obviously make you feel a bit sad.
It would, yes. It's
Would you
just
say
the
you've learned
kind of
from
guy
that
I
though?
am. Yes, absolutely. So, I mean, if I put my emotions away, I need to, as well understand that there are certain things that are required for a business, and I always try to learn from that. Obviously, I mean, I've learned so much coming from you. I can't think from a business owner's point of view, but I'm learning a lot. How things work, how businesses run, and what things are necessary to get done. So yeah, obviously, I might have been upset a little bit in the beginning, but with time, I understood that some things are necessary.
Yeah, and I think to be honest with you, and just to say that a lot of the times it's things that you don't realize you're learning that you learn.
Yeah,
And so that might
absolutely.
be, for example, how I try to create a healthy environment to make sure our staff retention is good. How I try to keep a healthy environment, which means that now I don't think I've ever shouted and screamed and done anything
Yeah.
like that to people, which, by the way, is probably quite normal in Pakistan, in the offices to get shouted and screamed at, right? But coming
Yeah.
from the UK, I know that actually, if you just treat people well, and if you treat people good, then they will just do the work for you. And so when you then say, and you will always have to say at some point, guys, the work is not getting done. Can we get the work
Yep.
done? The person then feels
Absolutely.
like they will get the work done, not because they have to, but because they're letting you down and because you are so nice to them. You treat them with the utmost respect and you try to create a healthy environment for them. So then if they are not then working, that's not, you know what I mean? Like it's
Absolutely.
not under your control now, and that's just it's on them now.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we try to do. And this is also something I've learned from you, keeping a healthy environment. And in respect, I mean, the team, obviously, they respect me a lot because, one thing is that I don't shout at them, I don't, be harsh on them. But when it's time to get the work done, if I ask them once, I need this done, they are never gonna say no because there's that element of respect. They get what they want whenever they want, and then
Yeah.
I get the work done whenever I want.
Yeah, no, no, no. I appreciate that. So I guess look, we'll conclude here, but we will say that if you guys are interested in taking out the services in Pakistan, and if you want someone in your sales team, customer service, a chat member, or something like that, we will leave the link below to your Calendly as well as the Corey Solutions Instagram. Corey Solutions Instagram, they can send a DM there and they can set up a call with you if that's something that they want to do. Hopefully, this video was of insight to those that maybe want to start something like this for themselves, as well as an insight into actually the sort of skill set of people you can get in Pakistan, which actually is very good as well. So, look, I appreciate you taking the time out today to speak to me, and I think this is your debut on the YouTube channel, so hopefully people share a lot of love for you.
Well,
But
yeah.
yeah, I appreciate you coming on, so we'll end it there.
Thank you so